Hi guys, and welcome back to the Youthies podcast, The Milk Round. We bring this podcast out to you every Thursday night on our YouTube channel, which you're probably on just now. So if you can like our videos, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and also share the videos far and wide on your social medias, that would be brilliant. We're on episode 34 this week, and we're into season 3. We've got lots of other videos on the YouTube channel, so if you check them out, that would be great as well. And as you'll see this week, it's not just your normal hosts, but me and Kirsty are joined by Mikey. So thanks very much, Mikey, for coming on. How you doing? You all right?
I'm all good. I'm nervous, I'm not going to lie. But ready for it.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Kirsty will take you under our wing. How are you, Kirsty?
I'm good. I'm glad that Mikey has plucked up the courage to come join us because I've been begging him for a couple of weeks now. So I'm glad that you're
Aye. So we've got him as like a host / guest because we thought it'd be good to have on for the start because you'll know him for working in the youth and that guys who's watching it. So we thought have him on for the start and he can be part of the Milk Round team now. As I say, there's plenty of lots more videos on our YouTube channel. We're on episode 34 now, so there's 33 other podcasts. There's other recipe videos. There's information about what's going on in the community. We've got some music videos for the music group, and we've got a new video up there as well. Which is Kirsty's interview with Hick on our hygiene poverty and what the class were doing. So do you want to tell them a wee bit about that, Kirsty?
Yeah, so if you've already seen, it was on our social medias when I spoke to SJ from SCDS, and it's chatting about the community youth work class that I teach in Castlemilk High and St Margaret Mary's, about the hygiene products. So when lots of these were helping us get donations for toiletries just before Christmas time, HIC are the organisation that help us run the course, and they just wanted to hear a wee bit about it. So we went into more in depth about it. So catch it's on YouTube for me chat and me getting pure passionate about like my group and how proud I am of them.
Aye, brilliant. So last week we had on the Modern Kind. We had Sean and Drew for the Modern Kind, and they were brilliant. They were excellent. So, thanks again to them. I think Drew maybe needs one of these bottles that you kind of see into. You kind of see what he's drinking. Mikey, what have you got to drink this week? Because I've seen you've got a glass or something. Is that water?
Water, mate.
No, I'm not sure about that. That could
not
be
as rock and roll as Drew, man.
It could be another clear liquid that you've got in that glass. But we'll keep that secret. So they were on last week, and in the description we left some of their social medias and a link to their YouTube channel as well, where they've got some of their music up. If you want to get us on social media, you can get us on Facebook at Kelly Youth Complex Staff. Our Twitter is Youth Complex CYC. Our Instagram is youth_complex. You can get us on TikTok at Kelly Youth Complex, and you can email us as well at cycyouthteam@gmail.com. All right, so that is the start of the podcast. Now we move on to our first segment, and Kirsty's got a big job to do this week, Mikey. You're on experience a live version of the Kirsty versus Lee song. So we'll let Kirsty introduce this segment with our song, so go for it.
As you know, this is the fabulous segment as Kirsty versus Lee.
That's not a song.
I thought I was going to give you it. Right, no. Okay. So, right, no laughing used to.
Right, okay.
Full support.
Right.
Hate yous. Right, okay. We always hoped that there would be a season 3. On the first episode, Kirsty challenged Lee on the world's rugby ground. See who wins. You watch us here on the Milk Round. Kirsty versus Lee. Who wins? We will see. Lee versus Kirsty. Who will be the worsty? Kirsty versus Lee. Who the champion be?
Well done, Kirsty. Great effort.
I want to make it clear that I'm never doing that, by the way. I'm never doing that.
I am never doing that again.
Oh, no. We did say it. When I first challenged you to it, we says you had to do it every week, but I'm a nice guy, so I'm just going to make you do it once.
I feel as if I've had a bigger video than you did doing it at the shops.
No, that was the worst. That was the worst. But I felt like
if you lose, you have to sing it. Is that the?
Aye, that was the.
That was one of the.
Aye, that was a punishment if you lost. You had to sing another person's song every week. And then I came on and I was like, that's not very fair, because any punishment goes on for the full season, whereas it should just be like a one-off. So I helped Kirsty sing it a couple of weeks ago. Go check out our other videos if you've not seen them. So we done a line each and it worked quite well, but then I thought she's getting away with one there, no singing it herself. But you done really well, because I only told you to sing the chorus and you done the full verse and all that. So did you forget that I told you only did the chorus?
Yes, I was just like, I'm reading that off my phone. Like,
I also wasn't warned about the claps. I don't know.
I was not informed.
I can't remember. Is it the first bit in the French song that they did the clap?
I think so.
Aye. Mikey, round it
I
up.
went for it twice, man.
We'll just have to re-record with it, Mikey. We'll get him off, right? We'll get him on another week. Done already. Right, so this is the Kirsty versus Lee segment, and we've got an exciting update about last week's challenge. So you've probably seen what last week's challenge was if you'd watched the podcast and if you've got us on our social medias. So we were sitting at 2 each before the challenge of a pancake flipping contest.
The
pancake.
flip off.
The flip off, aye. There we go. And it was 2 each before that, and then we put it up on our Instagram. We put a poll up of the videos of me and Kirsty making our pancakes and how they looked at the end, and there was only one winner from that, and
It was a close call. Let's call it that.
wasn't it that close? Mikey's seen the stats, Mikey's seen the numbers, and you can call
I've seen the argument over it, guys.
And I came out victorious, so it's 3-2 to Lee in the Kirsty versus Lee challenge. And it's my turn to challenge you as well. So the ball's in my court, so I could go for something that I'm really good at now. And extend the lead. That's poor. We'll just extend the lead. So I could end up like 15, 16, 17, 18 points ahead by the end of this.
Like, you're not Chris Ritchie, calm down. Settle down.
Is that a football reference?
No,
is that a football reference?
Don't like football, Mikey. So it's 3-2 now, and I'll challenge you to the cracker challenge, Kirsty. So basically, we're going to have videos up on Friday at around 6 o'clock. We're both going to eat 3 dry cream crackers and see how quick we can do it. We'll time it and put our videos up on our social medias at 6 o'clock on Friday. So keep an eye out for them.
Okay, so 3 and the quickest you can eat them.
Aye.
And then you need to have swallowed it.
Aye. Right. And they have to be dry as well, like no butter, no cheating. I know you like cheating at challenges.
Me? Never.
Aye. So that's the challenge. So good luck for this week, Kirsty. And keep your eyes peeled for it on our social medias. We'll put it up on Instagram, TikTok, probably.
Yep.
But it'll just be a timed one, so we'd like you to like it, but it's no on that. It's no judged on how many likes you get, even though I'll get more anyway.
No, you won't, you absolute Mikey. I'm telling you, you better vote for me.
We'll see.
Right, so that is a Kirsty versus Lee segment. Now we're on to our nice news. So the nice news this week, we're just going to speak about how the government came out and says that there's some light at the end of the tunnel now.
Yes!
So we've got some movement in what we're allowed to do and what we're not allowed to do still. So I'm going to just run through some of the stuff that Nicola Sturgeon said for Scotland, because it's different for Scotland and England. So if you're watching the news, always try and check up on what Scotland are doing, because that's what relates to us, because it is different. There's dates different, there's numbers different, like how many people you can meet and stuff. So this is what we've got just now. So Sturgeon has told us that shops, bars, restaurants, gyms and hairdressers are expected to start opening from the 26th of April. And it says on the news there that that's 2 weeks after England, so don't expect to be going to get your hair done 2 weeks before that date, 26th April. For the 15th of March, 4 people from 2 households will be allowed to meet outdoors, which is quite nice, because hopefully we'll have nicer weather then as well. And then obviously there's all the stuff that we don't want to speak about on here because it's nice news, so it's like figures that we don't want to speak about. But aye, that's what we've got to know. We've also got school dates that we're hoping to have everyone returned by the 5th of April. That's what they're looking at the now.
That's going to be so good, isn't it? It's going to make such a difference. I think I've missed seeing lots of the young people's faces, and we are obviously in the hub in Castlemont High, and this week we're getting to see some more of the young people when they're in doing their practical subjects, so that's even better as well. So it's kind of like a wee phased return, isn't it, to make them
that's basically
coming back into school and
Aye, definitely. And then all 3 years working schools through youth work. So Mikey will speak about what he's doing when we do like a kind of interview later on the episode. But so it would just be exciting for us as well, just to see the young people, like you're saying, and getting back into youth work and practice, and not doing it virtually and through screens to use. Because although we enjoy doing this podcast and putting it out for you, it's just not the same as one-to-one with or face-to-face with the young people in it now.
Definitely not. It's definitely there's something weird about it. Like, I feel as if there's, although you can, when you're doing it on Zoom or when you're doing it on Teams or whatever like that, you're kind of opening up a window to somebody's house. Like, I've never seen Lee's house before, but so I'm getting, like, you're seeing things like that, but, and you're chatting to a young person, you can see that element of things, but you can't really tell how they are feeling with their body language as much, because it's only like if you hear up, do you know what I mean? It's no, you can't sense how different they are, because it's normally a smaller group that's on Zoom or Teams or whatever like that. So it's definitely it's different.
Aye.
I think the overall aim of this podcast as well is to get young people to do it as well, isn't it? So
Yes,
yep.
definitely.
That'll be good to finally get that underway, because I'm sure they're, not that you're boring, but young people are funner than you guys.
Aye, that's true.
Funner, aye, funner.
More fun. I don't know how you say it. It's funner a word, is it?
That is new.
Aye, trademarked by Mikey. What are you looking forward to the most, like when this kind of simmers down a bit, lockdown and that?
I'm looking forward to the meeting people in your garden. I think that'll be good. Like, I'm just excited to maybe see more of my family and some of my pals and stuff like that. So that'll be good. And then obviously I can't wait for the hairdressers to open. Like, I need to stop cutting my own hair. Like,
You doing it yourself, aye?
Aye.
I can tell. No, I'm joking.
This isn't the week to be saying it. You're not wearing a hat this week, Lee. Let's not be slagging anybody.
I know I had to like put it up a wee bit or something today. I don't know what I done with it. It's shocking though.
Because the hat wouldn't fit on anymore.
Aye, it's doing overhead kicks and all that here. So
Justin Bieber curls, like.
What about you, Mikey? What you looking forward to?
Obviously, being able to meet up with my friends, family, stuff like that. But and that's one thing I've been able to do with lockdown, is cut my hair. I've sort of been doing that, cut my dad's. A few of my pals have asked me to do a few private haircuts, but I know it's good. I can't wait just to back to some sort of normality, even if it's just not this.
Aye. No, exactly. Aye. So that is one part of our nice news, or the updates from the government. And another part of our nice news is Kirsty's piece of nice news that she wants to share with us.
Yep, so the last 2 years I've done it, so this will be the third year. I am doing the Kilt walk and aid to raise money for Castlemont Youth Complex. So this year I think is needed more than ever. So one of the years we raised money, and I think the first year we bought resources for the youth complex. Then the year after that, we took all the young people on their big summer trip. We went to Strootfield Lock and we did all the kind of outdoor activities. There was no expenses needed for any of the young people. It was from canoeing to what's that called, the pedalo things.
Aye.
It was
pedalo when all right.
Aye. It was such a good day. I remember that, like, that was one of my favourite days in the summer that year. And that was one of the last big trips that we done as well. So the last kind of big clout of money, that's what we got to spend the money on. So this year I would like to raise some more money and help some young people that are maybe struggling during this time, whether it's to run specific workshops, or I don't know, make wee hampers for specific young people, or do another big trip as well. So there's the kind of, we can let the young people decide, as they always they have the power. So we need to get as many donations as possible, and I know that it's hard for everybody, but honestly, as little as you can, like on every penny counts. So we'll put the link to the Kilt Walk on this, and I'll update my videos I made doing the Kilt Walk.
Aye. And who's it working this year? Are you doing it like?
It was virtual, so last year was virtual as well, because the initial date we just went into lockdown
Right.
at that point, because it was April last year when I had done it, so we did it virtually that way. But this year what they're doing is, normally you would have like your Glasgow one, your Dundee one, so we're all having it at the same time, and like the way that they're linking it up and how you record it is much different this year as well, so it's definitely more interactive and stuff, so that'll be good.
Aye, exciting stuff. Aye. So we'll put the link in the description of this video, and then we'll always update it on the social medias as well. So we'll tell you the social medias again at the end of the episode. But aye, that's all nice news for this week. Looking forward to Kirsty doing that and raising some money for good causes across the community. So after all that, you're going to be really hungry, Kirsty.
Oh aye.
So that's a big walk. So you're going to need to eat something good, which leads us on to what's on my belly and what's on my belly. That was lovely, that wasn't it? That was
so smooth.
Flowing so well. So Mikey, this part is, if we've got a guest on, we always ask them the first question: what's in my telly and what's my belly? It's just something that I've been watching recently, and something that they've had to eat if they've learned to cook something or bake something, or if they've just decided to make a phone call to a delivery place. So we'll go with you, Mikey, since you're new onto the milk round. What's on your telly this week?
I've actually been watching a programme called ER, and I know that's quite cringy, right? But
like
it's
the original
the original. So it started in like 1993 or something. It went on for 15 seasons, 22 episodes a season. So it's pretty big, you know what I mean? But it's really good. My big sister used to watch it, so I fired it on before Christmas, and so I go to sleep sort of thinking about new ways that I can die every day. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of freaking me out a wee bit, but it's good, and some of the characters are really good.
Oh, it's amazing. It's kind of like the 90s version of Grey's Anatomy. If anybody's listening, they watch Grey's Anatomy, or it's like a drama version of Casualty or something like that. So it's really, really good. I love it.
It's better than Casualty, surely, you know what I mean?
Oh, 100%.
Make me look bad for it, so that watch Casualty. No, it's good. So like, my girlfriend always says, like, she always struggles to watch things that are out, like, if they look old. Do you know what I mean? So if you can get over the early episodes where stuff looks old, then I recommend it. But if not, then it's not for you.
What can you watch it on?
More 4. So I'm watching it on my iPad.
Right.
Online.
It is. What would you give that out of 10?
That's a strong contender.
I'm giving it a 9 at least.
Yes.
But it is long. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of episodes, but it's one of those ones that you can kind of tune in and out of. Do you know what I mean? You don't like.
We've got hundreds of time, Mikey. We've got hundreds of time, so a long
get involved in.
Right into, we'll get us to the end of lockdown. That'll get us through.
Is Clooney in it? Is Clooney in it? No, is that a different?
Clooney's in it.
Yeah.
Clooney's looking good in it, by the way.
Is he?
Yes.
You better the darker hair at that point. The grey's not coming through as much.
No, none of the salt and pepper look. He is looking fresh.
Right. Aye. Okay.
Hey, Mikey watches it.
I was going to say that's what I might better try. Aye. Watch your old clean stuff. So what's in your belly this week then, Mikey?
Recently I have been ordering a few pizzas from different places. So the first place I would recommend is Pisano in the town. You can get it's called Pisano from home. So you can go and sit in, but they're shut now obviously. But they send you out a pizza and it's kind of like partially cooked. So then you just put it in the oven for 5 minutes and it's really good. So I'd recommend that. And then there's also a place in Govan Hill called Errol's, and it's pretty hipster, I'm not going to lie, but it's really good as well, man. It's really good. But it's really hard to get an appointment. So on a Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, you've got to book an appointment because it's only open Friday and Saturday. Thursday, Friday and Saturday, I think. And it sells out in like honestly about 4 minutes or something, 4 or 5 minutes. It's pretty crazy. But it's hipster.
Chris Ritchie's probably watching this and he's a big fan of pizzas. We've had an episode where he just spoke about pizzas for about 30 minutes of the episode. So he's probably watching
That's
you.
why he get fucked off, eh?
He's maybe judging you a wee bit. Be careful with the next answer. What is your topping for pizza?
Oh, salami probably.
Salami?
Spicy salami, something like that. Or just cheese, man. I'm quite a fussy eater, man. Quite a letdown. I'm not gonna lie.
What base would you go for? Are you still sticking with a generic
Oh no,
tomato?
it's got to be tomato, man. Barbecue base is not for me, man.
And what kind of dough are we talking? Thin and crispy.
I don't have a clue. I
Man.
don't know, mate.
Eating the Scotland.
Eating. I'm actually having pizza tonight, so aye, that's good. We did discuss like lots of different places, but what would you rank as the best pizza? What place does the best pizza? It can be a supermarket as well.
I'm gonna go for one of those two. Errol's or
Aye.
Pisano. Piatto in Shawlands is actually pretty good as well. Piatto.
I'll be
That's a takeaway place. It's really nice.
I've never tried any of them, but one of my pals had said Piatto was quite good. You can't beat like an Asda cafe pizza.
Cafe pizza? I've not had that.
Oh,
But
aye.
Yeah,
Aye. By the way, Asda Cafe is.
it's like
But-
it's an underdog, man.
the Asda pizza bit up the back.
No.
Oh, like out the cafe bit.
Out the cafe.
No, I'm talking about the one up the back bit that you create your own.
Oh right, aye, that bit is good as well.
That's top tier for me.
But it's weird how that's not the same as the other pizza.
Aye, that is weird. I
Bizarre.
can never resist a hot dog bit when I'm in the Asda Cafe.
It's kind of like what do you call it? IKEA.
Aye. Hot dogs are just so good, but then you just need to think
I
about
know,
what's
they're
in them, man.
fucking
It's just, it's like whenever you say you like a hot dog, people just go, nah.
Have you seen
Nah,
that video with Jamie Oliver when he's teaching the kids like what's in a chicken nugget, and he's like, you just take all this stuff and the bones and the like tendons and all that, and all the bad stuff that people don't want to eat, and you mash it up and stuff, and then you fry it, and they're all like, and he's like, who would still want to eat these chicken nuggets? And they're all like, but I think everybody's the same with hot dogs. You can't beat a hot dog every so often. Aye, so that's what's on your telly and what's in your belly, Mikey. Nice one. Good recommendations.
Mhm.
We need to try and get in the waiting line for Eros at one point and try it out.
Get involved, man. Get
Aye,
involved.
definitely. Right, Kirsty, what about you? What's on your telly this week?
So what's been on my telly is it's a 15. There is a wee bit of sex and there's a bit of drugs and stuff like that in it. So definitely, if you are younger, definitely don't be watching it. So it's
Go
called
right along.
Behind Her Eyes. I don't know if you've seen it. It's on Netflix. It is so good. So good. And it's no so good like my last one, Lee, that you didn't like. My like pure love one that I was watching. This one is proper good. So it's basically this couple and the guy's a psychiatrist and his his wife is she's just a wee bit weird. So then when they move to a new area, then you try to find out more about them. You find out that why she's a wee bit weird with people. She's a wee bit standoffish. She kind of stares at people and things like that. You find out she was in a psychiatric hospital based in Scotland, and how she had this best pal there and how they went through this whole situation. Then she's got extreme jealousy issues. And then it kind of delves through there and you kind of see where her mind is working, and there's lots of twists and turns and stuff like that. It is really good, like 100%. There's about 5 episodes or something like that. So it's just a short run, but like I think they're about an hour long each. Oh, it's so you need to watch it, man. I don't want to say too much because there's so much information happens in one episode. You're like, oh my god, and then this happened, and you're like, it's almost like there's a mystery that you're trying to solve in the situation, and then you're like, and then see at the end, I hate it when you watch like a film or a program or something like that and you can predict what's going to happen. Can't predict that. Not a chance. so surprised. I was like, I pure phoned my mum because she was watching it as well, and I was like, did you see it? And she's like, I know. So 100% give that a watch.
Aye.
I feel like you sold that so well there, and now my yard just looks rubbish, man. Like, nobody's going to watch your yard now. Like, yours just sounds rubbish compared to that.
Last week I was chatting about a love thing, and you could just see Lee being like, like.
I was trying to look interested, I'm sorry, but it's just not my sort of thing to watch. I was like, aye.
Brilliant.
So
what's been in my belly? So I was trying to like be good for Lent and gear up like takeaways and stuff like that. And my mum came down to my house today. She's in my bubble, don't worry. And she came to make chicken sandwich.
Oh well, you can't knock it back, can
It's
you?
evil, man.
Oh man, I inhaled it. I was like, it was gone. It was amazing. It was so good.
I don't think it counts if you didn't buy it.
Really?
Aye.
No.
I don't know.
I think the big God knows.
I'm not religious, so I'll just say that.
Now you got a confession now. Virtual confession.
Sandwich.
Oh, aye, so that is definitely.
Did you get your ashes?
No, I never. Did
I
you?
heard some cracking stories about.
I heard people like
ashes, man.
using like fag ash and stuff.
People get. My pals get told to go out to their garden and say a prayer over like a wee bit of dirt and put it on their forehead. I was like, surely not, man.
It was good. Neil Lennon to give up management for Lent, wasn't
it?
So funny. So funny.
Just for all the viewers and listeners, I said that before and they were howling, so I'm going to end it that bit.
No, we weren't really. Shut up.
I'm in Morning, right? I'm in Morning.
What do you, let's touch on that a wee bit. What do you think about it? Because you are like all the young people know that you are big Celtic fans, and they might be watching it to find out a wee bit about sport and stuff.
I'm glad.
It had to happen a few months ago.
Well overdue. Well overdue.
Right.
But
a wee bit worried.
Are you?
No, I think they've got to go for it. I don't think Dermot Desmond's let us down with a manager.
It'd be a big
before Neil Lennon, obviously.
Well,
I know.
It'd be a big name. I think you'll get a big name in.
Aye, surely.
But
I'm not saying I'm over losing the 10, right? But it's been a slow death. I'd rather like a slow, painful one rather than just like last day of the season, like losing it, like getting a hope back up and losing it. Do you know what I mean?
But it's a wee bit like rubbing your face in it a wee bit. Do you know, Hank?
I feel that if you got a big name and then it would change everything at Celtic Park and cheer everybody up. But
I'm just glad that we lost the 10 whilst we're in lockdown.
I know, geez.
Aye, because that would have been carnage.
Just sharks flying about everywhere in Glasgow.
Aye, what's the shark thing? Right, so I need to know the shark thing.
Right, so remember the Ross County game that it was 2-0 at Celtic Park?
Right.
In the cup, so it's your first domestic loss.
That's when I thought Lennon should go. That was like.
So fans turned up to
Celtic Park. That's when they should have went.
Fans turned up to Celtic Park that night and they were throwing stuff and somebody picked up a
right, the picture, right?
And it like looks like the outline of a shark, and a Celtic fan put it up. It was like, who the hell brought a shark with him?
What is that, like Kerrydale meltdowns or something like that?
So
brilliant.
Rangers fans have jumped on that and they've got like shark flags and shark outfits and calling it shark head and stuff. I mean, we went through 9 years yet, and you're only 2 months into it, so you have got it like.
How many years was it? Did you say?
I don't know. So moving on.
How was your Valentine's as well? Will we chat about that glorious day?
My Valentine's. Oh, right, the 14th of February. It's good that you remember the date, isn't it? Because you love us so much. No, we could maybe do like an episode on football, but and we'll get like maybe we'll have.
Get Dino on.
Aye.
I'm calling him out.
Oh, there we go. So we could have like an.
That's my first call out. I said I was going to come on this
Episode.
podcast and start calling people left, right, and centre. So
Yes.
that's my first call out. There's Dino.
Like
Well,
a-
Dino is booked in. Dino is booked in to come on in a couple of weeks.
Aye.
Aye.
Mikey's
Just when
coming on
Rangers
here.
win the league, Dino will come out. Do you know what I mean? Expected.
Mikey Slane sitting here just calling people out, man, left, right, and centre.
I'm the Slaney of this. I'm the Slaney of this podcast.
I'm definitely Kevin Kyle, what I meant to be. And Kirsty's Andy Halliday because she's so staunch.
We're like, if you ordered like open goal from like DHgate or like a Chinese website, that's what you would get. You know what I mean?
We are the Wishes open goal.
Aye, that's it.
We could definitely do that, but we should get like an Old Firm episode where it's like you two and me and Dino. But we could maybe do it like next season.
Aye, do it when Celtic are good again.
Like we're back on.
Aye.
We could do something like that. So if you guys want to see that or want to hear it, then let us know in the comments or on our social medias and stuff like that.
Aye, it could be like a virtual Old Firm New Friends.
Aye, makes sense. If they kind of get into the complex, then we could do it through this. Aye, definitely. Sorry I went off on a tangent there, but some people might have wanted to hear about that because it is some nice news for you guys, I suppose, isn't it? That is your nice news this week.
Aye, little sweet.
What?
Little sweet.
Aye, right. Back to the podcast then. So what's on my telly this? You all finished it, weren't you? You had a McChicken sandwich.
Yep.
Aye, right. Okay. Sorry. Aye, my telly this week. I watched a movie last night. It's a 15 as well, Kirsty. So this one, I'd probably say everyone at high school could watch it.
Okay.
So aye, all your members at the youth can watch it, I would say.
Mhm.
And it's a comedy with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, but it's no part of the Cornetto trilogy. It's one they done after that, and it is Paul. So it's the one with the alien.
Aye, that is pants.
Think so? I think it's alright. It's alright to watch. I like Seth Rogen. I like they two. They're better.
I like Seth Rogen. I hate that. What's his name? The first
Simon
guy.
Pegg?
Aye, him. Oh, hate him.
I like him. I really like him.
He's got a weird face. Looks as if somebody's like you know, you store on chewing gum. That's his face.
I don't think that's very fair to hate somebody for their weird face.
Yes. People do it to me, so I do it back.
We'll do an anti-bullying episode as well. So it's about these two like comic geeks for England who go to Comic-Con in America and want to do a tour of like Area 51 and the Black Letterbox and stuff, and they find a real alien voiced by Seth Rogen, and it's just daft because he's like cool and rude, this alien, and it's just daft comedy, but it's an easy one to watch. So it's on Netflix. I'd recommend that to all young people. You watch it. Just watch it for the language. If you're not allowed to hear bad language, maybe turn the volume down if you're watching it in the room yourself, because there's some words that are said that I would.
Turn up.
Here's Slaney here again, man.
You're the rebel you were born to be, guys. Turn up. Who cares about your own life? Just go.
The rebel of the milk round is a
That's it, man.
Mikey Slee.
So in my belly this week as well, it's just a snack that's came out recently. I don't know if you have seen them, but I think it's Walkers that have done them. They've teamed up with KFC and made crisps.
Aye, what the hell was that, man?
Aye, so I tried them. So you've got the regular KFC crisps, and then you've got the Zinger edition. Not great.
No.
Brooke really liked them. But I didn't think they were great, but it's worth it to get a packet because you get a 2-for-1 meal at KFC when you get
Really?
a packet.
Is it just like chicken flavour, or is it like? Cause it's quite a broad thing just to say KFC flavour.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? I don't really. That's a wee bit
So it's like chicken, but like with maybe a bit of spice to them.
Like Southern fried chicken flavour,
Aye,
rather
almost.
than
secret.
like your classic roast chicken.
Is it like the secret 5 spices or something like that.
Aye, it seems something like that. And then the zinger one's obviously like a spicier one.
Do you know what would be nice though? Like, have you seen that thing on TikTok where people are like bashing up crisps to make like breadcrumbs? That would be nice.
Oh, I've seen people doing that with like a chili.
Oh, aye.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a good shout.
That would make me nice with the chicken, with maybe the zinger ones.
Maybe try that in the future then. But I wasn't a fan of them. They're doing them in the 101 for like 3 bags for £2. So
So I'm not selling that well then. No.
No after Thursday.
You'll be getting stern letter for KFC, man. In the milk round.
other fast food places are available. We've got to, aye.
Chicken cottage, peri peri, Oreos.
So that's what's in my belly. I wasn't that much of a fan, so I wouldn't even recommend them, to be honest, guys. But aye, that is that segment done. It took us about 40 minutes to do that segment, but we got through it.
40 minutes, really?
No, it didn't. It didn't actually.
Probably bored everybody to tears.
All right, we do that every week, apparently, Mikey.
Oh, aye, took. Savage.
Definitely editing him out. I'm just going to like put a wee block in his face and just have silences in between when he's speaking. ER, aye. Clooney's in that, and Kirsty's just like, why are you talking about ER? Who's talking about that? But we have got Mikey on for a reason. We didn't just want to
Let's get a nice one.
we didn't bring him on just to bring the attitude and bring the angst of a teenager. Well, sitting there in his bedroom with his bed made.
I've made my bed, look.
Such a rebel with a made bed. So we brought him on to chat to him about like the kind of work that he does at UFA and in his other place of work. So we've just got like a new role at St Margaret Mary's, Mikey. Obviously you've not been able to start it fully, but there's young people, some of our members will be watching this at St Margaret Mary's, and they might see your face in the future when we open the schools back up again fully. So can you just tell the young people about your role at the school?
Right, so I've only been in the school once, and it was just for a look about, and I talked to the teachers and talked to Michael and stuff like that. So I've only kind of briefly been introduced to it. Probably have a better idea of the kind of stuff I'll be doing day to day when I start doing it. But I've got it written down here, sorry.
It's a wee bit similar to what happens in Castlemont High. So we've got Kelly that's there, and then we've got Lee in the afternoon. So we've got 2 youth workers based in Castlemont High. Mikey and Michael, which is going to be so confusing, is going to be based in St Margaret Mary's. And what days are you going to be in?
I'm going to be in Thursday and a Friday, so it'll be a kind of supportive role to kind of anybody that needs it. Similar to Michael's. I think I'm going to be based in Michael's office actually.
Yes.
So it'll be good to hopefully see a few familiar faces, and I just hope that people pop in and say hi and want to be involved.
And if you want to check out what Michael and Linda, who's also from the Youth Complex, the Youth Stress Centre, who works up at St Margaret Mary's, if you want some information on what they do, if you go to that school, then we've got an episode with them as well, and we interview them, and they kind of speak about their roles within the school. So, Mikey, it might be good for you to go and look at that, because it sounds like you've not got a clue what you're doing.
I've just talked to the teachers and Michael, so I've got a wee bit of an idea about the day-to-day stuff. I'm looking forward to it though.
That's Mikey. Mikey just goes to the flow. Honestly,
I do actually have a similar role in my other job where I work in Sean's Academy. So it's do a bit of mentoring and well, not counselling, but sort of one-to-one mentoring with young people. So I've been told it will be similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
So just before we talk about what your other roles is and your other jobs, the room that you can get Mikey and Michael is just across from the library, just up the stairs. So if you're looking for them, you'll be able to get that, get them there. Michael is still available during lockdown if you need to get in contact with him. And if you want to know a wee bit more, message the Youth Complex page, and we can get a chance for you to chat to Mikey as well if you want to. Right. So can you tell us a wee bit about the other work that you do? So you kind of mentioned that a wee bit there.
So I've got 3 jobs. So my main job that I do, well, during the week, Monday to Friday, during the day, is I work for a charity called Bridging the Gap in the Gorbals. I work for the developing young people's side of that, and that's a main bit of that is a transition programme. We work in Holyrood and Shawlands Academy. We work with all the kind of primary schools and 4th years, and they help support the transition from primary to secondary school. So I've been involved in that since I was 15. I did it when I was in 4th year. The people that I helped out in primary 7 are about 23 now, so pretty crazy. So I did that in 4th year, and then there's a chance to do it in 5th and 6th year, and then I volunteered as an adult, and then got the job as a worker. So it's good.
You totally worked your way up through the organisation, a wee bit similar to what happens in the youth complex, which is quite nice to see that other organisations work similar. So if you have seen Mikey maybe in Shawlands or in
Holyrood.
you'll be able to kind of recognise him maybe in the
No, there is a few Castmilk ones in Holyrood. There's not that many, but it's good when you see a wee familiar face and you go, what are you doing here? It's crazy.
Aye. And that kind of links in with one of the things that we do, and especially yourself, Kirsty, you do the No Wrong Path kind of programme every year, and we speak about how different people can go into different places of work or different places of education throughout their life at any age. And obviously you've said that that's kind of path that you've made, Mikey, in it, for volunteer. Well, you were in the programme volunteering when you were 15 at 4th year, and then you worked as a volunteer as a worker, and then now you've got a full-time job. But when you were younger, you also got an apprenticeship, and that ties in with this week because it's Modern Apprenticeship Week. Next week, is it, Kirsty?
Yep, so for the 1st to the 5th, it's Modern Apprenticeship Week, and we'll be all of our social medias chatting about foundation apprenticeships, modern apprenticeships and graduate apprenticeships. How sometimes when I was at school, which was a long time ago, apprenticeships was maybe seen as like a classic trade, like a joiner or a bricklayer, things like that, whereas modern apprentices is just a fancy name. Basically, it's still apprentice, but it's just to let you know that it doesn't have to be a trade. So Mikey, you did a tattoo.
So when I was in school, I kind of my dad always had tattoos, and it was always kind of what I wanted to do. So whenever I was in school, I kind of had the wrong attitude that, exams didn't matter to me, kind of thing. I would do well. I liked English and I was good at art, so I managed to get them, but I failed everything else. I even managed to fail modern studies, and my dad's a models teacher, so that's not good. So I had the wrong attitude in school, because when I left, I did get a good apprenticeship. I actually got an apprenticeship in probably one of the best tattoo shops in Scotland, probably in Britain actually. But I was popular in school and all the teachers liked me, and went out into the real world, and I got this amazing apprenticeship, and I absolutely took it for granted, to be honest with you. And so it didn't really work out, and they sort of let me go. There was 2 other people on it, so I was part-time, and there was 3 part-time, and then one day I came in and they were like, no, this guy's going to be the full-time one, and they let me go. So it was all to do with, I just wasn't taking it seriously. I didn't realise it was such a good opportunity, and it was that moment where I realised that when you're out in the real world, it's not like school anymore, do you know what I mean? And nobody cares about you, do you know what I mean? If you're not doing your job right, then the next guy who's doing it much better is going to get it, do you know what I mean? So that was a life lesson that I had to learn, do you know what I mean? And it did change me. So it was started off leaving school, going to be this tattoo artist, thought I was a man, and ended up working in Top Man and Buttons a year later, going, what the hell happened there, do you know what I mean? But it was lucky that I did stay involved with the youth work, the youth group that I now work for, because it really gave me something to fall back on, and kind of volunteering gave me sort of a sense of purpose. And the people that I work with are now my pals and colleagues, and but they always told me, oh, you're brilliant at this, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I was needing at the time. It let me go back into the school that I was at, and kind of that's where I felt comfortable, do you know what I mean? And it kind of helped kind of guide me out of school rather than in a way, do you know what I mean? So I did find that I was good at that and gave me confidence, and luckily enough a guy Terry that Kirsty knows Feeney, who was the best youth worker that I've ever worked with. He's amazing. He I know, maybe.
Here, Terry, come on.
No, he's a legend.
Terry is pretty fabulous, to be honest.
He applied for funding for 3 new posts at Bridging the Gap, and I was lucky enough to get one of them. So I went through all the sort of normal processes of applying for the job, and actually I think I got, well, my bosses told me that I kind of scored highest on the CV and scored highest on an interview, and that was like not through my grades that I didn't have, obviously, but just through, I don't know, desire and
your qualities as well. So
qualities,
sometimes you can teach people skills, but you can't teach people some qualities. So your approachable nature, your caring side, your kind of relaxed attitude to things is what young people are kind of craving at times, and it's quite good. I think it's good for young people to know that what you think that you're going to do when you leave school might not pan out, and that's fine. That is totally fine, because see, as long as you work hard and try and find a path from that, then that's what makes you a strong person. And the fact that you said that you kept in touch with Bridging the Gap whilst you were kind of doing your apprenticeship to start with, just shows that you kind of need to spin lots of different plates, really, to kind of keep your options open to yourself. If somebody was to get into like maybe a tattooing apprenticeship, because that is like a big kind of thing at the moment, I would say there's definitely more opportunities. What advice would you give them?
Well, that is something that I would actually eventually maybe like to get back into, and I've not really totally fell away for that either, so I kept options open for that. But to be a tattoo apprentice, what you need is a portfolio, most importantly. You need a platform, social media. You need to be advertising yourself, selling yourself at all times, getting as much drawings out there as possible. You need to have a hard work ethic. You need to be a people person. It's not a romantic job. It's not as cool as you think it is. Cool, obviously, but there is a lot of times where you are centimetres away from a smelly, minging person, and you've got to stay there for 3 hours tattooing them and wherever they want tattooed. Do you know what I mean? So it's a great job, but it's difficult, and you've got to be.
I would imagine you wouldn't be squeamish as well.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. There's a lot. It's just so much that you don't think of until you're in it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And with tattooing, you need to have a good mentor and teacher and being part of a good shop, or else there's not real point in it. Like, if you're not learning properly, then you're not really learning at all. Hygiene, stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. As well as you might have a specific kind of style that you like drawing in, but you'd have to have your mind open, am I right, to different varieties. You might want to stick to kind of a specific trend, but actually you're paid to tattoo, so it doesn't matter what you like.
Well, when you're starting out, you'll be in a shop with, hopefully people will have a variety of different styles. So when somebody comes in with a picture of what they want or an idea of what they want, they're going to want the best guy to do it. They're not going to want the guy who's just starting out to do their design. So you get put with all of you've got to learn from the bottom. You've just got to learn. You've got doing fairies, butterflies, a lot of simple writing, stuff like that. That's
just Lee's tattoos.
That's it. That's all mine now.
I think you'll see a story though, like no, when the guy let you go and that, it's probably built you as a person the other day, and also helped you in your youth work. Like, so you can say to young people, like, this is a path I took and it wasn't right for me at the time. This is the way I acted. Maybe you can give them advice to go, maybe try a wee bit harder than I did. So it's not a total negative then, isn't it? No, I suppose.
No, definitely not.
No, well, it was just that you're right. It just wasn't the right time for me. I was too young for it. kind of going into, I was 17 at the time, and I was just going out every weekend, and just wasn't good, man.
Aye. But now we're looking.
I didn't take it seriously enough, and it is up there with the top 3 regrets in my life, because it is one. I still get tattooed there. I'm still good friends with the guy who let me go. Still couldn't recommend the shop anymore. And I, at the time, understood why, and I understand now. But it's just about that sort of being sort of self-aware at the time. Like, I totally lost myself in leaving school, being 18, thinking I was a man, and you're not the man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was a tattoo artist when I was 17 years old. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I hadn't even ever touched a tattoo machine. So it's just all about. It's just don't get caught up in yourself, really.
Aye,
definitely. I believe things happen for a reason. I definitely think, like, you can plan things out till, like, within an inch of them happening, but there's definitely forks in the road at all points, and just it takes one decision just to change it. And it doesn't mean that that's going to take you in the wrong path. It's just taking you on a different one. So lots of people can learn from that situation, definitely.
Aye.
But I think you could also see, like, apprenticeships at the youth as well, and the trainees. You know what I mean? That's also a type of an apprenticeship as well. Especially the complex. Like, the facilities there are next to the best, aren't they?
The best in Europe, would you say? Oh wait, that's what we are. We're the largest youth arts agency in Europe.
So your learning's the best. You know what I mean? So
thanks. Looking at
well, we both
learn what not to do.
we both were
So
on shadow
keep
shift.
in with your youth workers and get a job, trips. That's what I would say.
Aye. Kirsty, you did have both of us as a shadow shift, I think, me and Mikey.
Aye.
We didn't learn for the best, is what I'm basically trying to say. We had to do a couple of shadow shifts.
That's not what you say in a Christmas Day Out, Lee. That's not what you say. And you're like, Kirsty, you're brilliant.
I've been to one Christmas night out.
I think
sober at it. Stone cold sober.
What was it you did to me when I was it was like a shadow shift of like
oh, we did the prank. I did a prank in every one of my shadows. Like, yeah, that was funny. Remember, what was it?
Somebody was fighting or something. And
it was Katie and Sarah. It was the sisters, wasn't it?
I had to give them into trouble or something. I was like, what?
It was funny. I did it to Dino as well when I got Kirt. He kid on, he was smoking at the back. Him and Nathan were lighting a tea bag. It was so funny.
This is why you should come.
You learned about the situation. Sometimes you don't know until you're actually in it. So it was a simulation, basically.
Aye. This is why you should come and volunteer at the youth complex if you can.
Yes. Aye.
So one last question, you have spoke about like what you would say to your younger self and all that, but like what advice would you give to other young people who are maybe looking to get their foot in the door in the world of work?
Probably have a plan. Don't doubt yourself. Take risks. I think you can apply online to places all day, but no beat just going in and talking to somebody in a shop or in a restaurant or face to face. You won't beat that. Make yourself look good. Go in, present yourself, and you won't beat that.
Excellent. There we go. That was short, but it was enough. I think it was more than enough.
I was spoken enough, man. I've spoken enough.
No, that was good. That was really good. Brilliant bit of advice. So there you go, guys. And if you are up at St Margaret Mary's, when we get back into school, say hi to Mikey in the school, and pop in and see him, and he'll be there to support you as well. Thanks very much for coming on, Mikey. We'll hopefully have you again in the future. Hated every second.
No, there's a few people. I was going to call a few people out, but I'm not going to.
Do it.
I'm a chicken. No.
Don't be a Devlin bag.
No. If I come on again, I'll start calling people out.
Right, we've got to get them on next weekend, Kirsty.
We know who they are.
Like who is it?
I've stopped recording, didn't
I just checked out. Is Nicole been on there?
Nope.
Right, she's getting called up.
Yeah.
So have I got Dino and Nicole?
Right. Dino's already booked on, so that's fine.
Then
Right, I know, I'm too scared to do the last one, man. I'm too scared.
Do it, do it.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
he's just went for chair of the board. I think that's enough, to be fair to him.
Yeah. Just went for the boss, went for the jugular.
Aye.
And I'm also calling out every young person that's not been on it.
Yes, that is a good one.
Well played. But we're not finished there, Mikey. I did surprise you at the start of before we started
Right.
recording, actually, that we've got a quiz and you've got to go up against Kirsty, who is the host tonight. So it's a quiz between you two guys, and it's a geography type of quiz.
Oh,
Right,
what?
Bruce.
How's your geography?
Me?
Aye.
10 out of 10.
Fancy's yourself in this.
I'm kidding.
This race.
Oh, do you know why you picked this?
Why?
Because how rubbish I was at the questions in the hub when you did the blue geography questions. That's why it is.
Do you know what I thought? I thought I'll pick this because I know these two have like travelled a bit, so they've probably seen some places.
Aye, the pubs.
Well, it's a sightseeing quiz, so I'm going to give you a certain site that people would go and see, and you tell me the country.
Oh, right,
Oh,
let's go.
oh no.
So, Mikey, we put it to you. Do you want to go first or second?
Ladies first.
So, you going first?
Only go the Nickers.
I'll go first then. Go for it. Come on. Give it.
He loves it. He loves
I'm
it. He's
listening.
right up for this. Right. So, where is the Great Barrier Reef?
Australia.
Correct. 1-0. Over to you, Kirsty. Where is the Taj Mahal?
India.
Correct. One each.
Ooh.
Simple.
Okay.
Easy, isn't it? It's easy.
No.
Why am I so nervous here, man?
Mikey.
Because he's a big liar.
Mikey, where is the Sagrada Familia?
Barcelona, Spain.
Spain is correct. Well done. That's 2-1. This has gone quite quick. Kirsty, where is the Forbidden City?
Let's see. That Harry Potter or something?
The Forbidden City. Is it Italy?
It's no Italy, so we pass it over to Mikey.
Wait, is it the Vatican City? No.
The Forbidden City, no Vatican City.
The Forbidden City.
Forbidden City.
The Forbidden City. I'm going to go just a yes, Croatia.
It's China.
But I got that.
No.
No.
We've got Cassie on in a couple of weeks. She'll be able to tell us this.
Right, Mikey, passes over to you to take a 3-1 lead. Where is Mount Fuji?
Japan.
Japan's correct. 3-1. You Mikey. Kirsty, we need these.
Oh no.
Kirsty, where is Neuschwanstein Castle?
Up the road.
I'm not going to lie, because you're getting some pretty hard questions here.
And this is what he does.
No. Listen.
Kids on, you've got a choice, but really, there he's like, who wants to go first or second? But really, there's a Kirsty list, and then there's another person's list. Like that's it.
Kirsty, listen to this. Neuschwanstein Castle.
Germany.
Aye, it's Germany. Aye.
Oh!
I was like, what?
I don't get the point of what you're saying.
3-2. Right, so pass it back over to Mikey. Where is Angkor Wat?
Angkor Wat. You spell it?
Can you use it in a sentence?
Angkor Wat. Angkor Wat. Can't think of countries on it.
Do you want me to spell it for you?
Go for it.
Angkor space WATT.
That's not how I thought it was going to be spelled.
Don't know. Canada. I just made it up.
No, Canada. We'll pass it to Kirsty.
I don't know why I said Canada.
Is it
You got the correct first letter and last letter.
Cambodia.
Croatia?
What did you say, Kirsty? Croatia? Nah. Mikey's right, it's Cambodia, but he doesn't get a point, so
I knew it was Cambodia.
But it's still 3-2.
Oh, what?
It's Kirsty's question.
Right.
Have I not done this one? Where's Machu Picchu?
Oh,
Peru.
Correct. 3 each.
7 wonders of the world. Oh.
Mikey, where is Angel Falls?
Dingston.
Coatbridge. Angel Falls. Angel Falls.
Doesn't matter how many times you say it, you've
America.
got
America? I don't know.
It's not America, no.
Nigeria?
No, we'll pass it to Kirsty.
Is it anything to do with the film Angel Share? No.
No. I've not seen it.
I can tell you what the Angel Share is.
Aye, so I don't think it's that because it would be called the same thing. Angel Falls, is it Las Vegas?
It's not even a country. And Mikey said America.
I said America, man.
You didn't say America, you said Nigeria?
I gave 2 answers because I was.
Oh, did you know? So that's favouritism then.
I'll tell you what the Angel Share is. The Angel Share is the bit in a whiskey cask that evaporates into the air, and it was the
But
Angel's bit.
whereabouts does it go?
The air, does it not?
Aye, but there's
I
a
don't know.
bit in Scotland where the side of the houses are all black from the Angel Share blowing down, supposedly.
All right. Whereabouts in
Every
Scotland?
so the air for every single whiskey barrel in Scotland goes to this one
Obviously,
set of
no.
houses.
Shut up. Shut up.
Stop talking nonsense then.
So what, right, what's the score? I'll be back in this game.
3 each and Kirsty can get
3
this
each?
to win it.
The each, right.
Jesus.
Kirsty gets this, she
Well,
wins.
she just missed her.
No, you missed it on.
Mash up.
You missed it. It was your question.
It
Well,
was,
you just said America.
aye, after you said America and Nigeria. It was Venezuela.
All right.
Angel.
What is in that glass of water? Like,
Oh.
Right, last question to win it, Kirsty.
right.
Where is the Acropolis?
Say that again.
The Acropolis.
Oh,
I thought you said necropolis. The Acropolis. What did you say?
Yeah, the Acropolis, aye.
Acropolis. Is it a country I've already said?
I'm not answering that question. I asked the questions here.
Acropolis. Italy.
It's not Italy, so I've got to pass it over to Mikey for the win.
is it Greece?
Is it Greece? Is it Greece? It's Greece, aye. 4-3 to Mikey.
Oh, with the skin of your teeth. Skin of your
Oh
teeth.
man, see when you rewatch that, watch my face when you're about to answer. Like I'm like praying that you don't say that. That's far too seriously, man.
I had a bonus question, right? Because I
What was
thought
that?
you were going to tie on that, and you almost did tie.
Okay.
But Mikey's won, so I'll just ask this question for fun. Have you got pen and paper?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. How many people visit the Empire State Building per year?
To the nearest spot.
Pen and paper.
Just take a guess, Mikey.
Right.
You need pen and paper because if you say 20,000, then he can go 20,001 and he gets everything above.
So bad with numbers, man. I'm
The person who's close.
freaking out here.
All right.
Can I use a calculator? Sorry.
Aye.
Honestly, man, I'm terrible. That's embarrassing. Okay.
We've both got an answer. I mean, Kirsty's kind of looking something up on her phone here.
Round up.
It's in your glasses.
That's my ring light, mate.
Oh, by the way, that's I'm not searching it. Right, I'm going to say 1,800,000.
1,800,000. All right, Kirsty, what's your guess?
4 million.
Mikey's won this because you've just cheated and ruined it for everybody. Mikey, do you want an apprenticeship as a host at the milk round?
let the
It's
kids
4 million.
decide. Let the kids decide.
let the viewers decide the viewing rate, the like
I
rating.
right, yous no get to. Your rates went up when I came, so don't start this rubbish.
I'm no bad last week, to be fair. Of yous.
Call some do it, Kirsty. Call some do it.
Lee Anderson.
I'm on it every week.
I think we should call some do it every week.
Aye, we'll make that the last point of the podcast every week, calling some do it.
Why don't you just call it a full team? Like
I was looking at
Do you have a
who
team in mind?
a few weeks.
Rangers looking in.
I think Nicole's a good one to start with.
100%.
We'll tag her in it on social media. So there you go, Nicole. You need to come on the podcast because that's been called out by Mikey, Kirsty, and myself. So get yourself on. We'll be talking to you soon. Be chatting at your door.
Hello.
Was that meant to be Nicole? Oh, is that us?
That was all 3 years at the same time. That is Mikey's won the quiz. So Kirsty's beat again. You're not very good.
Well done, Mikey.
Well done, Mikey. Aye. Season 3 has not gone well for the hosts, but we'll get back to it at some point. We'll get winning again. Kirsty's not used to winning the now because I'm beating her 3-2 in the Kirsty versus Lee challenge. Keep your eyes peeled for Friday night at 6 for the cream cracker challenge where I go 4-2 up. Mikey's loved it that much this week that he's going to come on every so often and just call people out and and then somebody's going to come on weigh him at one point and it might not go as well as he hoped for. So for that as well. Thanks very much for coming on this week, but Mikey, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mikey.
So good.
It was a great interview and you gave great advice. Sorry?
Hopefully you're good at editing so you can edit all my boring parts out.
There'll be nothing there.
My name was boring at all. No, don't listen to her. You gave great advice to young people who are trying to get into the work and basically goes with what we say every year. There's no wrong path. And check out our social medias next week as well for the apprenticeship week stuff that Kirsty's going to be uploading. You might see some familiar faces telling you about how they got into the world of work as well. And you can get the social medias on Facebook at Kelly Youth Complex Staff. Our Twitter is Youth Complex CYC. Our Instagram is Youth_Complex. Our TikTok is Kelly Youth Complex. And you can email us as well at cycyouthteam@gmail.com. If you can like our videos, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and share these videos all over your social medias as well, that would be great. So,
Mikey, you get sharing them on Bridging the Gap stuff.
That'd be good. Aye, there
We'll
we go. Kirsty's just called it another
I
organisation.
know, it's just called me right out there.
Aye. Name drop. Boom.
Right, Nicole Syme.
Coming after you, Mikey.
Aye. Nicole Syme, we're coming for you. So, cheers, guys. See you later. Bye.
Bye.